Hey guys, this is Shan from shanandthe.com, and in this video we are going to compare the Huawei Ascend Mate 7 and Huawei P8 smartphone. So this one is our Huawei P8 and here is our Ascend Mate 7 smartphone. So let's have a look first of all on the design of the device. You can see clearly that Mate 7 is a phablet, a very huge device with respect to P8. So if you're not into big devices, you should not consider buying the Mate 7. P8 is having 5.2 inch screen while our Mate 7 is having 6-inch screen. So it's pretty good, but it's pretty big as well. So if you are into smaller screens, you should go with the P8. If you are into big screens, you should go with the Mate 7. Because of the bigger screen, Mate 7 is having less PPI because both of these screens are having 1080p Full HD resolution, but since P8 is having smaller size, it is having more PPI, it's having more clarity in the screen. But if you are looking for the big screen, as I have said already, you should go with the Mate 7. If you are looking for the smaller screen with greater quality, you should go with the Huawei P8. And let's have a look on the design. Both of these two devices are having the metal body, as you can see here. Actually, the fact is Mate 7 is a bit thicker than the P8, but when we are looking at the design, P8 looks a bit thicker. And when we are going on the back side, you can see the camera here. Both of these two devices are having 13 megapixel camera. What Huawei P8 lacks is a fingerprint scanner. You can see that in Huawei P8 there is no fingerprint scanner. So if you fancy for a fingerprint scanner, you should go with the Mate 7. If fingerprint scanner is not a big deal for you, you can go with the P8 as well. Another difference on the back side is the LED. Mate 7 is having the single LED flash, but our P8 is having dual tone, dual LED, which is very good in terms of performance, you can say here. So if you are considering having a phone which is having the good imaging capability, you should go with the P8. If you are thinking about a normal phone with casual photography quality and skills, so you can go with the Mate 7 as well. And both of these two devices are having the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection on the front, and both of them lacks the navigation key. Both of them are having the on-screen navigation key here. The screen to body ratio is better in our Mate 7. You can see that the extra space on our Mate 7 is less with respect to our Huawei P8 here. So the screen to body ratio is also a big factor for lots of the people. And if you're considering having a phone which is having this ratio a bit more, you can go with the Mate 7. Another difference between these two devices is about the OS. If you go to the settings, you can see that P8 is having the latest Android 5.0 Lollipop OS, while our Mate 7 is having Android 4.4.2 KitKat OS. So here you can get the information about the Android versions, that Mate 7 is having 4.4.2 and our P8 is having Android 5.0. Once again, if you go to the EMUI version, you can see that Mate 7 is having the version 3.0 while our P8 is having version 3.1. So it is having a bit more features and functionality which comes with the latest version of Android and latest version of EMI ROM as well. So if you are looking for the latest features and functionality, you should go with the P8. And if you are comfortable with few of the old features and functionality, you don't have to be updated with the latest one, you can go with the Mate 7 as well. And talking about the hardware, Mate 7 comes in multiple versions. One version is having 2 GB of RAM, another version is having 3 GB of RAM. The one we got here is having 3 GB of RAM, but Huawei P8 comes only in one version, that's 3 GB of RAM. So if you are looking for a phone with 2 GB of RAM. If you think it's sufficient for you, you can go with Mate 7, but Mate 7 also provides you an option to have the 3 GB version of the device. But with P8 you will only get the 3 GB version of the device, 3 GB RAM. And if we are going to the GPU, both of these two devices have the same GPU. And talking about the CPU, our P8 is having a bit advanced CPU than the Mate 7, and due to this the performance of our P8 is slightly better than the Huawei Ascent Mate 7. You can watch our speed test and the benchmarking score test of Huawei P8 and Mate 7, and you can see that in most of the cases P8 is performing better than the Mate 7. The reason behind this is that P8 is having more optimized version of Android, and it is also having a slightly better hardware, the CPU. So this is the reason that P8 is performing better than the Mate 7. So if you are looking for the better performance, you should go with the P8 because it's having the latest version of Android. It is having a more optimized processor as well. And when it comes to imaging, our P8 is having more features and functionality than the Mate 7. You can see here that our Mate 7 is having just beauty, photo and video option, while our P8 is having light painting, beauty, photo, video and time lapse as well. And if you go to the options here in both of these two devices, you can see that once again our P8 is having one extra feature, which is Super Night, which let you take a picture in a dark room, in a very dark place where light is very less, by multiple exposure level and increasing the brightness. So if you are in dark and you want to take a picture, then Super Night mode can be very useful. But P8 is also having few extra features like light painting, which is not available yet in Ascent Mate 7. It's not there. So if you are more into photography, you should go with the P8 because it is having a better camera. As I have told you, it's having dual tone LED as well, LED flash. It is having time lapse feature, and also for the selfie mode, it's having few extra features like super beauty mode and rest of the things. Also, when we are talking about the front facing camera, our P8 is having 8 megapixel front facing camera, which is capable of taking 1080p full HD videos, while our Mate 7 is having only 5 megapixel front facing camera. Once again, if you are more interested in imaging, taking pictures and videos with lots of features and functionality, you should go with the P8. And if you are just a casual photographer, Mate 7 should be good for you. And when we are talking about the battery, both of these two devices are having non-removable battery. You can't open the back panel, but the biggest difference between these two devices is in the amount of battery. P8 is having only 2680 mAh battery, while Mate 7 is having a huge 4100 mAh battery. So the battery performance is obviously going to be better in our Mate 7, but you have to consider the fact that it is having bigger screen, so the power consumption will be a bit higher on this device. So if the battery is one of the most important factor for you, you should go with the Mate 7 because it's having a bigger battery, nearly 50% higher than the Huawei P8. But P8 is also having more optimized OS and more optimized processor as well to reduce the battery consumption. You have seen in our detailed review of Huawei P8 that it is having lots of battery saving mode like protected mode, ultra power saving mode and all to improve the battery performance. But still Mate 7 will perform better in terms of battery life. So if you are looking for a phone with huge battery, you should go with the Mate 7. And if you are looking for a smartphone which is having more features and functionality, more optimization about the battery, so you can go with the P8 as well. So this is all about the our Ascend Mate 7 and P8. Once again, if you are looking for a more beautiful device having premium look, you should go with the Huawei P8. If you are looking for a big screen, then you should go with Mate 7. If you are looking for a smaller screen with better clarity, you should go with the P8. If you are looking for better performance overall and better imaging, better camera, you should go with the P8. If you are looking for a better bigger screen and better battery, you can go with the Mate 7. So overall, in terms of performance and everything, P8 is better than the Mate 7. But if you are fancying having a phone with the fingerprint scanner which lacks in P8 and you want a bigger battery and bigger screen, then you should go with the Mate 7. And if you're considering more premium look, better screen, better camera, you should go with the Mate 7. So sorry, P8. So thanks for watching the video, friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel for more videos, tips and tricks and hands-on reviews like this. Have a nice day.